I think it's very relevant to understand where we are for the resistance, for the local resistance anchored at the $53,000 highs. If we mark it somehow with a view up, okay, it places it somewhere approximately $45,000. Okay, this tells you the short-term price, okay, respecting the highs of $53,000. If we mark with an anchor the view up at the lows, clearly gives you 43,729 level. Okay, you can tell that there is a cluster. Okay, there is a cluster of this bottom anchored volume weighted average price and this top anchored volume weighted average price and this all-time high anchored volume weighted average price. It gives you the cluster, a very solid cluster of supports, okay, which tells you that on average this is where the fair price of Bitcoin, where the mean price of Bitcoin is actually supposed to happen and be. Okay, so knowing of that, again, anywhere you get, like knowing this is the main narrative and the local sideways, that anytime you get like $45,000 region, this is going to be quickly bought up. Okay, bought up, bought back, no matter how we call that. This is where the demand is on average. Okay, and I would not, because of that, I would not really expect the market to be more generous with the dips below it, like let's say, like heavily down to like 37 or something, right? As long as the $45,000 bastion stands. And I'm just saying that based on the mean reversion, when this comes, okay, this should be definitely a good buying opportunity. But whether or not it comes down there, or it blasts through $53,000 immediately, which is also possible because of the freshly formed monthly reversal signal. Okay, if you look at it, and we really marked with the recent monthly close a confirmation, okay, of price continuation of the upwards long-term price, okay, which started into bottom 2018. This is another signal. We got like one. Well, this happened to be some sort of like fake, but two, okay, and the third long-term signal of this kind in this bull market, which started in 2018, okay, December. So this is a very significant signal, okay. This is kind of like, this signal is different than the fake ones which we saw in here, mainly because it lasts 2 to 3 times longer, okay. And it definitely provides enough of reliability until now. And what can be definitely, just as well for you to understand is that even if we go, okay, down the lower time frames, you guys are going to notice, okay, that if we anchor and pin, the volume weighted average prices here of the highs of the lows, and even if you apply the very most recent breakout, okay, to tell you what the average price of Bitcoin is, accounting, specific breakout level, which is pretty much like, here is with this candle where the breakout started, then it tells you the average price of Bitcoin is 47,679, and anything below is a fair deal to buy, okay, which is also the case. And the wicks, the candle shadows, the lower candle shadows beneath the real body of the candles are actually, signaling the buying back, okay, faking out the bird traps. Late bears, who were shorting into the support, got already punished with this local thrust candle, okay? Only after we actually break through the fake out level, which is 48.6 to the best of my memory, okay? Only once we see a breakout and retest above this level, then we can truly unlock the next resistances of, $52,000, okay, region, which is, if you remember correctly from the 12-hour chart analysis, is where you want to see the breakout, okay? So the way I read it, the first successful close, the candle close of a strong 4-hour candle or 12-hour bar or daily candle close above $49,000, which is where previously, a couple of sessions ago, Bitcoin showed weakness, can retrace the entire move back to the lows of the local range. So once you see the first successful breakout and retest, this additionally increases the chances of visiting $52,000 and eventually breaking out above the long-term trend line. Okay, this is so I just want to give you the chance to understand how important and what consequences this breakout retest over $49,000 may have, what implications it may have for the future price development, okay, for the forecast. And this sounds like a logical way to explain why after you see $49,000 breach and close and reclaim with a breakout retest, okay, that how it unlocks 52s, okay, 52,000s and potentially 58, 60,000s with the breakout somewhere in the middle.